cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Ducks will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Balls in the deep ball. Here he goes. Attack. Touchdown, Georgia. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
Forget establishing the run game. Go up top right now. Play one. Be aggressive. You told everybody all week, we're going to come out, we're going to be aggressive, and they are. They take the shot. They get rewarded. One play, one touchdown. What a start.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? On the run from inside his own 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Smith wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Makes a connection. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. You always have to be aware of the running threat from the Oregon quarterbacks, but here getting business done through the air.
No doubt, Reese, because you're worried about his legs, the read game, all the stuff they can do. It opens up the passing attack. And I think when you've seen the Ducks teams throughout history, the ones that have enough balance to keep you off guard, keep you guessing, are the ones that are the best teams.
Snagged in the middle. It's Sanders. Bulldozes his way through. Hits the accelerator to the right. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys, but that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. It's picked off, and they ruined the drive with a turnover. He's brought down. A short return to the defense comes out on top of the pick.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. And off to Jones. Got the 1st down and more. They'll stop him at the 22 after a 5-yard pickup.
Well, it's an electrifying run. You think about the tradition at the running back position for the Bulldogs. Herschel Walker and his Heisman Trophy. No Sean Marino. And how about this? Todd Gurley, Nick Chubb, and Sony Michel all there at the same time. I bet this guy could have gotten to that rotation, though, because he's got those types of skills.
Quarterback making checks. Wants to go up top. Lofts one high and deep. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Couldn't find much much breathing room to return it, but the interception has this offense in business at the 27.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
The run from the shotgun. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down. And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. And the Ducks will snap it on 1st and 10. Pulls and fires complete to the right. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run, now they hit him with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down.
Gain of 23 on the play. And that's a 1st down for the offense.
The Ducks have pushed it inside the 20. They'll try the right side. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
This offense better start finding a way to cap off these drives with points. We haven't seen that now in the last 2 drives. Last one, they were moving the ball pretty nicely, came away with nothing. This drive, it's looking to be more of the same. And normally when you give up sacks, especially on 3rd down, that's what's going to happen.
The Ducks will try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the grab, and he will score! Touchdown, Ducks!
Offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover him. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
And he makes the extra point. So it's an 80-yard drive, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Jones. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Teams got off to a good start with a touchdown on the opening drive and then quickly went to pot with a pick on the second one, and now they'll see if they can find the middle with this 3rd possession. Fires to the middle. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. grabs behind the line. It's Marsh. He's brought down the one. A play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. And the Ducks will hustle to the line. Smith dropping to pass. Under fire. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. And the Dogs keep playing fetch on these passes, channeling their inner Scott Warner, Champ Bailey, or Keely Ringo, and making plays.
Just ball hawking, making plays. And again, when you pressure the quarterback, and the Dogs do that as well as anybody, you pressure the quarterback, force that ball out in the secondary, playing great coverage, making big-time plays in the back end.
Second down coming up. Now the play fake. Got his man, and he's knocked down.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
And the Bulldogs come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Get it out on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. Georgia lining up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Gets his first one of the day away. Might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
Works the middle of the field. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up the first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Backed up now, here's second and long. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Smith wants to throw. Shoots it to the left. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And with that, they've taken the lead. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive. come from their own 23. Handoff from the gun. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. Picks up the first down. And the explosiveness, the big gainer, gets it to the 49-yard line.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one, Reese, that this team was going to try to use their speed and take advantage of it, and they did right there. Nice gain on the run play to the right.
Found plenty of running room in that defense. They've got to find a way to get there and make the tackle in the open field.
Yeah, and they got to do a good job with their eyes, finding the football, and they've got to get a lot of bodies to this guy because he is fast.
The give to the tailback. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. That is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's got it on the right. Looking for room at the 30. Touchdown Bulldogs! He got a step and just dusted the field.
This receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. You saw it on that play.
And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Smith dropping to pass. Zings it complete to the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Got him on the return. Good gain on the return. This defense has set them up with a big play.
Really nice job there by the defense because I think they baited the QB into trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Dogs! A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Penn State handled its business today away from home. What a thorough beatdown. And what poise this generally young team showed. I think even other coaches will point to this one as what's possible. All that speculation all week, and now we know. Something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Wants to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Bridges. Turning it on. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Pulls it in, it's Bridges. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
He turns it loose to the left. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the second quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. The Ducks want to move quickly. Leaves it with the running back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill with that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. The Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Leaves it with the back. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
And the Ducks kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Smith wants to throw. Finds his man in the middle. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And what a job by the defense. Seeing the quarterback throw the football, break on the football, no space allowed. As soon as he catches it, defender meet ball carrier and gets him on the ground.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He'll keep it himself. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout. And man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. Got it. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. On 4th down, going to the air. Got it. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over. Down.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They're ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. The give to the back. And the defense expected the run, and they got it. No gain. He just gets it back to the 2.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's got an open man. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down.
Well, the play fake on the RPO bought the receiver some time to work himself open on the route. That was a man-to-man coverage on the defense. Nice job by the receiver putting his foot in the ground and separating.
Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. He's got him wide open. There he goes. He's at the touchdown, Georgia. A great catch and run for 6. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half. Running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
And he's going to bring this one out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Smith dropping to pass. Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Complete to the right. Goes out of bounds at the 25, and that's the way to get it out of your own end.
But when you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the two of them because you know the ball is going to be in the air a long time. You can't throw it late. It's going to get picked. That time, really nice job getting it out early, and the receiver doing a nice job on his route so that the ball was right on him as soon as he turned around.
Looking for a gap. It's Davison. He's got it out to the 37 after gaining 5. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Ducks getting set on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. He'll take a shot. He caught it. They will score. Touchdown, Oregon.
We needed that. They needed to punch the ball in the end zone. They needed to cut this to a 2-score game, and they needed some positive momentum. Something going well, something to point to at half to say, guys, we got a chance. That drive, they put it together. Nice job by this offense.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And they make the extra point to draw closer. It's 28-17. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. On the move from inside his 5. I guess it could have been worse on that return. He goes out of bounds at the 15. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. He's going to let one fly down the middle. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
And it's funny, right before that play, I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if this offense is just going to play conservative here with the field position, the fact they haven't scored a ton of points so far in this game, and just run the ball and take it into halftime. No, they're being aggressive, and not just that. They're taking deep shots way down the field, but give the defense credit. They were ready for it, forcing that incompletion.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Just enough time for one final play in this half. From the gun on 3rd down. Here's the pressure. Defense was swarming around this quarterback, and he never had a chance to get it off. And down he goes, and we will head to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a score.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Oregon.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Smith wants to throw. He's going for it all. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
Looking to throw again. Fires to the right. Got the tight end outside. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. The Ducks have their offense in high gear. With the run on first and goal. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Just about had another one picked off. They have been way too reckless with the football, throwing it away 3 times already. Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. From the gun, wants to pass. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Fourth and goal from the 4, and look at this. The offense still on the field. They'll go for it. Smith dropping to pass. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. The Bulldogs backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on 1st down. Handoff to Jones.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. So now it's 2nd and long. Off the play fake. Rushes on him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long, throwing for so many touchdowns, looking very comfortable. Finally, the defense gets to him. Finally, the defense gets a win. They needed some.
There he goes. It's a game of 1st downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Wants to go up top on first down. Incomplete, and very lucky that one wasn't picked off, and man, could they have used that. It'll be second down.
Well, this quarterback has struggled, having already thrown 2 picks. That should have been number 3. Somehow the defender dropped that one. Things not going well for this Q.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Got him downfield. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. The Dogs have had a long history of scrappy and efficient quarterbacks. Add a little star power to it, and you've got something working.
You definitely get a little extra something. We see it all across college football. You find that dude at the quarterback spot, it takes you from good to great, and you've seen that with Georgia over the last several seasons.
What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Offense changing the play. To the air on second down. Hauls it in. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Georgia going up tempo.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Man, there are certain guys that I want to make sure I hone in on, and I do not give them the football in space. And this running back is one of those guys. Really good job by the defense, keeping their eyes on their keys and not letting him sneak out and get any kind of space. As soon as he touched it, he was on the ground.
Got a man. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Third and long from the 30-yard line in this defense, hoping to knock them out of field goal range. He wants to throw it again. Quarterback moving. Trying to escape and get it himself. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? And the Dogs had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Tight end finds a soft spot. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Wants to throw on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Got out of trouble and throws. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
I think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmakers, slip him out of the backfield, throw him the football. He'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he's coming out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Give to the back. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. And the Ducks moving quickly to the line.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. They've come out with answers on this possession and now another first down. They'll leave it with him. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
After your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Smith wants to throw. Oh, they're after him. The quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. If there's ever been a position group that sort of identifies with the team's mascot, it would be the bulldog mentality of this Georgia front.
Those hunkering down dogs up front, they got to hunker down and stop the run and be physical. And then guess what? It gets into passing situations. Now I'm quick. Now I'm on the edge. Now I'm making that quarterback's life a living you-know-what.
We knew this quarterback could put up some monster numbers. He is putting on a clinic in this game. He now has over 400 yards passing.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. Lets it fly deep downfield. And that one is picked up in the end zone.
You know, the best free safeties I ever played against were the ones that just have a sixth sense. It's like they know where the ball is going, and they can just bait the quarterback into trying to make throws that they never have a chance of making. That's what that guy did right there. He baited the QB into a bad decision and made him pay.
And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza.
Here we go.
Off play action. Finds his big tight end. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Dogs! And the beatdown has ensued. They extend the lead here in the fourth, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1.
And how about it? Everyone getting involved, getting the big tight end involved. This offense has done an unbelievable job scoring points. This defense has had no answers. Just keep it rolling, offense.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, we've got a final score for a notable game today in the American. North Texas looked like a serious force in what can only be described as a dominant win. This is a program that's won before, and they might just add some more hardware before the year is out. Never a dull moment when it comes to the American. Back to you guys.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. A very disappointing performance for the number one team in the country. There'll be a new team atop the rankings when they come out next. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Smith dropping to pass. Pocket breaking down. Blasted as he lets it go. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. And they'll drag